Alright. Hey everyone. Welcome to stream. Welcome back to Life is Strange 2. Today we're playing episode 2. I'm sorry for starting later than I had intended today. I slept in. I was a sleepy eepy. I needed some extra Z's. So, before we get started, as always, hi Steve. Just some quick housekeeping in the chat. Exclamation point map in the chat stands for medically for Palestinians. By the way, the sound is good. Okay, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. The link will lead you to the map website where you can learn more about the organization. Basically does what it says on the tin, gets very much needed medical aid and supplies to Palestinians. Please donate if you can. It is very much needed as Israel continues their attacks and ongoing genocide against the Palestinian people. As always, donating is well and good, but it is very important to be actively trying to fight this and put a stop to it. That involves protesting and making your voice heard, as well as engaging in tactics such as BDS. Exclamation point. BDS stands for Boycott, Divestment, and Sanctions. The link will lead you to the BDS website where you can learn more about the BDS movement. BDS is basically a call from Palestinians to international civil society to boycott Israeli goods, divest from Israeli institutions, and place sanctions on the Israeli government. And these tactics are employed in an effort to reach BDS's core 3 demands, which are the right of return for all Palestinians, equal rights for all Palestinian citizens, and an end to the occupation. Exclamation point Palestine in the chat will lead you to 2 links. The first link is for the booklet made by the wonderful people over at Game Assist. It'll give you lots of useful information on the situation in Palestine, what's going on, how to get involved, what you can do, dispelling common Zionist myths about Israel, as well as connections to the gaming industry. You should definitely give it a look. The second link is for the Decolonize Palestine website. It'll give you the link will lead you to the website, obviously. It'll give you lots of useful information on Palestine and the history of Palestine, as well as a very useful reading list that you should definitely check out. So yeah, this episode is going to be a doozy in a lot of different ways. I'm trying to mentally prepare myself for it. We're going to have lots of interesting conversations about white family members of racialized children of color, and the ways they can be complicit in racism. I called this stream "It's About Power" as a reference to the Buffy quote. It's not about right, it's not about wrong, it's about power, because A, this is the episode where Daniel's training to use his powers and trying to figure out how they work and stuff, and B, it's about power plays and power dynamics in the sense of the power that Claire and Steven have over and what's the word? Use. I can't think of the right word. Exude, I guess. Exercise. I think that's the right word. Over Sean and Daniel. So, I think that pretty much covers it. Let's just get right into the episode. I need to set my overlay, I forgot. There we go. We got the snow going on in the background. I can't get access to it right now. Can't get access to what, Steve? Oh, the advertisement thing that says, the pinned post, right? Like, don't fucking try and sell me shit. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Okay. No save file of Captain Spirit. That's fine. Proceed anyway. I have played Captain Spirit before, just on a different machine. I'm on my PC right now, and I played it. And like most of the other Life is Strange games, on my PS4 first. So that's why all of these games are brand new, fresh save files.
Wild world. There were two wolf brothers living in their home lair with their papa wolf. They all lived happily together, but one day, hunters took their dad away. Forever. So now the brothers were alone, and they had to find a new home. They started a journey through the great big forest. The wolf brothers wandered for days and nights, learning how to live on their own for the first time. They slept in the backwoods among creepy creatures and barely ate anything. They eventually found a peaceful orchard and were able to eat in peace. But they didn't know. Hunters tried to tie them up, but the wolf brothers managed to escape with the help of a friendly bear.
A friendly bear.
He showed them how to survive.
That's cute. I feel like that suits Brody well.
Helped them find a warm camp for the night. That's when the big brother discovered that the little one was not an ordinary wolf.
And like the police and the racists being depicted as hunters is very significant.
Headed to the faraway land of their pop, where they hope,
because they're one and the same,
to find peace.
Where they hope to find peace. Life is Strange 2 is a story-based game that highlights player choice. Your actions or decisions will have consequences and impact the world around you and your brother. Choose wisely. The fact that this episode is dedicated to the dev's grandparents sends me, because, like, I would not want this dedicated to me if I was a grandparent. Like, if this was dedicated to me and I was a grandparent, I would be like, do we have issues? Like, do we need to talk? Because, damn. Oh, mushroom! Mushroom baby. Oh. Baby boy. Or baby girl. I think Mushroom's a girl. Baby angel girl. Such a cute.
Try with this one.
That one's too easy. Look.
Don't brag. It was too heavy for you a few days ago.
Let's try to lift something else. Not too heavy, though. I'm a little tired.
Okay. The fact that they don't have gloves on is stressing me. My poor... I was gonna say, my poor Canadian heart. I do feel some type of way about, like, I think I mentioned this last stream about referring to myself as Canadian now, but my poor, currently residing in Canada heart doesn't have the same ring to it exactly. I wonder if Daniel can lift that
How
one.
about trying out that rock over there? Just one more time.
We already tried yesterday. And the day before. It's too far. I can't reach it.
Just one more time.
Aw, I'm so close. I can feel it.
It's wild the way he gets so much stronger.
How about those cans? Can you fly them all together without dropping any?
Sure, look.
Like it gets to the
awesome,
point where he
dude.
can just blow apart boulders
getting
without
way
even,
better
like,
at this.
breaking a sweat.
Okay. Let's show Daniel some more stuff to play with before we call it a day.
I think that one might be too big.
How about that one?
I can do it with the small rods, but not the big ones.
You can do this. Trust me. Just relax.
Activate parrot mode.
Focus.
I'll try.
You know what just came back to me now? I was having a conversation on YouTube with someone in my comments about this theory they had about Sean being a conduit for Daniel's powers. Because whenever Sean touches him, like, puts his hands on his shoulders, Daniel seems to be stronger.
Whoa!
I think it's an
Holy
interesting
shit.
theory. Maybe not
Like a
necessarily
boss.
true.
You're getting
but
good
I
at
think
this.
it's
See that mushroom?
interesting.
That was the biggest rock ever.
Come on, dude. That's just the start. Let's try something else.
Cool. You're like Coach Aaron. You're my power coach.
Yeah.
A snowball fight?
Not yet.
Sean
This is a
touching
new
like the
exercise, young
snow with his
apprentice.
bare hands, like
See if you can stop this in the air. Cool?
Okay, but you better not hit me. Like that time you gave me a bruise? Serious.
You won't let me, right?
Try it.
my northern Turtle Island residing self is stressed. You do not simply just pick up.
Aw, that sucked. How about one more?
Okay. Pick up snow with your bare hands. I feel very strongly
Ready?
about this.
Yes! Look! Look what I can do, Sean.
I knew that you could. I've taught you well. But you're a master student.
Oh boy.
Hey,
Baby boy.
that still sounds nasty. You're not getting better.
I told you. I'm fine. Just a little beat.
Well, you need to rest now. Superhero.
Can we go
He's
back
really
now?
sick.
Yeah. Let's just fill up the canteens before we head back.
Odds are being out in the cold isn't helpful, but they
That
don't
cough
have
has been going on for days, Daniel.
they don't have access to any
I
like
really don't
cold
like that.
medicine.
I told you. I'm fine. We've just
They're not fine,
been outside
baby.
for a while.
Drawing parallels to Palestine because of the fact that like hospitals have been destroyed, and like I think like I mentioned this two
Finding that
streams
house was a
ago.
miracle.
MAP is trying to
There
medical
we go.
Palestinians are trying to like rebuild some like medical infrastructures.
The helitanker's over the wildfire
And I think,
zone.
like, the
Get ready
south
for
of
water
Gaza.
extraction. Ranger Diaz.
But they still have such
Nice work,
limited
Daniel.
medical resources.
Glad to see our training sessions are paying off.
Thanks to you. So glad I don't have to touch that water. It's too fucking cold.
And doctors are getting completely overwhelmed.
oops.
Because everyone has
I said fucking.
infections.
It's fine out here. There's no one to hear you curse. Say whatever the fuck you want.
Cool.
And like rashes and shit.
What did you
Because
find, Shrew?
they don't have access to clean water either.
Oh, come on. Not again. We gotta leave these poor bunnies alone.
Hey, It's been a while since we last saw that rabbit who lives in there.
Yeah. I hope it wasn't eaten by a bear, or worse.
What's worse than a bear in Nano?
I don't know.
Cougar?
Wolves?
Don't worry. We're the only wolves around.
Oh!
A family of rabbits lives out here. Just like us.
Sean? The family that lived here, what do you think happened to them?
They must have moved out. Maybe to another state.
But they left all their stuff behind?
I don't know, man. Maybe they live in Florida and only come here every 10 years. Maybe they got tired of these woods.
Well, I'm glad they left. This is our lair now. I miss my friends. And my room.
Maybe.
Sometimes.
The family who owned that cabin really seemed to enjoy themselves here. Why never come back? Yeah. Me too. We really nailed it with this two-headed snow ogre.
Yeah, they're really badass. And Musher isn't even afraid of them anymore. Right, puppy? Oh! Almost forgot to check our traps today.
Daniel's definition of a cool snowman. I like it.
I like it too.
You can't really name birds, right? Probably the name of a child who used to live here.
If I remember correctly, there's a collectible around here.
Daniel's getting cold. Hey, what's that? Looks like a box or something.
I was gonna
Daniel,
say, I think
come here.
the jaguar, the cougar,
What's
or
up?
whatever,
Can you fly that box down
might
from
have
the
eaten
tree?
the rabbits.
Watch me.
Not to poop on the party, but I think it's implied.
Good doggy. You're such a good
Daniel's
girl.
not getting any better. He needs medicine and a real house with proper
Hey.
windows and...
Where'd the box go?
Plays in
There it
snow.
is. Got
Let's check this
distracted
out.
for a second there.
Yeah, what's inside?
Let's see. Cardboard caps. Badges.
Is that a power bear? But he's wearing a different costume.
probably
Maybe an
an
old
old
design?
Awesome! Can we keep it?
Sure. That's pretty old school cool.
There's probably some other cool stuff in here too, but we can't go through the rest of it. Keep out wolves inside.
Sorry, guys. We don't take any more guests. Must have been a really sweet spot to get a tan in the summer.
Let's try and have a chill moment before we go inside. They're few
Feel
and
like
far
this moment
between.
has just flied over us. We're so lucky we found that old cabin. Gave us time to rest and process all that happened. Brody was right. We're stronger now. look out for each other. We're in this together. These woods are so peaceful, so quiet. No planes, no highways, just the river, continuously flowing. I wish we could stay here longer. But Daniel's health is getting worse every day, and the food is running low.
Yeah.
Will we need to move? Again?
Probably. Constantly being on the move. Not just because of safety reasons, but also because of limited resources. Like food and medical supplies. Another direct parallel to Palestine.
Daniel's getting cold.
Alright, let's go back inside.
Let's get inside and warm him up.
Gosh.
Ooh, cold.
Don't worry. We'll make a fire. We're pros now. Dude, that cough doesn't sound too good.
Nah, I'm okay. Just cold.
You kicked ass today. Level up.
I did. That was so cool. It's getting easier every day. Oh no, Sean. This is a haunted house.
More like, uh-oh, it's time to go over the rules. I told you about showing off.
I was just... Whatever. Dude, I know the rules.
Let's find out. What's the first one? Hide your power. If you spin one plate in a diner, what happens?
People will freak out.
And when people freak, what do?
They call the cops.
And when people freak out,
Exactly.
they call the
The
cops.
second rule is,
Don't,
That's significant.
never talk about it.
wow, nice, Daniel. Because that's usually the hardest rule for you.
Shut up.
Rude.
And the final rule?
I know.
Come on, you can do it.
Okay. Avoid danger?
Run from danger. This is the most important one. You know why?
I don't know. I mean, with my power, I can help us.
That's true. Only as a last
Only
resort.
as a total last resort.
How will I know that?
If there's any other way of helping, do that first.
Maybe if I had used it before, Dad might still be here.
Daniel, you didn't even know. That shit was out of your control.
But look what happened to the policeman. Maybe this power is a
Don't
curse.
feel too bad about that,
Or-
babe.
Something.
Hey, we have no clue what happened. And it's not your fault.
Baby boy.
Don't worry, Mushroom.
I will say that, like,
I'm okay. Good puppy.
I get Sean being concerned
She
about
must be
people
hungry.
seeing and
What
finding
about
out.
you?
I'm always hungry.
Same.
And let's
But-
grub out. I'll make us some dinner.
Like when they're
Yeah.
like hidden
Before she
away
eats us.
somewhere where no one can see. Like I think like letting Daniel use his powers, even for like trivial stuff, there's nothing wrong with that in theory, because like enforcing this sense of like shame in him, like this, it's dangerous. I don't know if that's good for him.
We scored with these clothes. +5 street cred. He's definitely a fast learner. Maybe
Flying
too fast.
bottle, twigs and leaves, small rocks, big rock and snowballs. Nice. It's December now. December 7th, day after my birthday.
Shit. Where did I put my lighter?
Because I get Sean's worried about him. Fundamentally, like, it's a part of
No
him.
more batteries.
Like,
Thank God. I hate it when I hear Daniel crying at night.
I
can't do shit.
No danger in sight. Copy?
Kinda weird to use
best
stranger
dad
stuff every
ever.
day, but
That's funny.
not like we have a choice.
Taking pictures of alien species. Then report to base.
Wish I had more than tobacco, to be honest.
No, I don't blame you.
There was a little bit left when we came. Pretty disgusting, but helped staying warm. I wish I helped Dad more with the house chores back then. Poor guy. I guess kids have to grow up anyway, right?
Alright. Hi, Dad. Say hello to your little girl in Miami. Yes, there's a sun here, and it burns. I love it. Tom knows everybody, and I keep waiting to meet Scarface. We're in his friend's killer condo with a beach view and a balcony. I feel so spoiled, but I know John is at a castle in the Alps, so I don't feel so bad. Plus, I really like it here. What a great way to start the new century. I miss our vacation at the Secret Lodge, but I don't miss the raccoons in my room. Hope you can visit soon after summer. Love you, Maggie. That's my best Valley Girl voice.
Can't believe Daniel must have been pissed that day. Don't blame him.
Jesus.
Hey, Shroom. You thirsty?
Hey, Sarah. Welcome in.
Good girl.
We're still pretty early on. How are you doing?
Oh, so now you let me pet you, huh? Give and take. I get it.
All the episodes are good, but this might be my least favorite. Yeah, I think this is probably my least favorite, too. Just because I hate Claire and Steven
wonder
so
how far
much.
it
Yeah,
can go.
fair enough. So do I. Also, I think, like, you have, I don't know, like, there's just less to work with here. Or I don't know.
Feels almost good to be cut off from everything.
Not necessarily true, but the vibes are just, I don't know, it's hard to put into words. Like, there's a lot of, like, horrible shit happening in the other episodes, but I think it has, like, the least amount of, like,
We really lucked out stumbling
the least
into this
amount
house.
of, like, good things that make me
This
smile.
is rank. Sharing with Daniel was the worst. Hey, I put some clean water in the bathroom so you can wash a little. It feels weird to loot other people's clothes, but we need the warmth. Once you get used to squatting, it's not so bad. Pro tip, always boil the water.
Yeah.
Unless you want Daniel spraying nasty things on both ends.
Yikes.
Hello, motel room soap.
That's useful.
No way I can give any of these to Daniel.
Yeah, giving
Too risky.
giving random people's medication to your 9-year-old brother when you don't entirely know what it does is a terrible idea.
I guess using the sliding door is cool. Yep. No more indoor training sessions.
We're looking for the lighter, right? I think it's in here.
Yeah. Danielle doesn't need to see this.
Dear Mr. Patrick Hill, this is a reminder for your scheduled chemotherapy appointment at the Hope Patient Center on September 8th at 2 p.m. Please read the enclosed instructions to prepare for your visit. If you have any questions, please call our main office at 555-HOPE. 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Sincerely, Dr. Fisher. Yeah. So I think the owner of this cabin is probably dead. Alright, I want to read the newspaper and then talk about Western journalism and bias.
Not to binge read.
What's this other letter?
Wonder where Brody is now.
That's Brody's letter.
Oh yeah. No internet. I'm used to ink, so this will be different.
Yeah.
Dead for a week. But at least we got some news.
Alright.
Of course. He's the town fucking hero now.
Great Northwest. Local hero attacked by fugitives in store invasion. Police are investigating a store invasion by the 2 Seattle runways believed to be responsible for the death of a Seattle police officer in October. Hank Stamper, owner of gas station off Highway 5 and a pillar of the community. Yeah, a pillar of the community, really. Said he confronted the 2 brothers, Sean and Daniel Diaz, after they allegedly stole items from his store. We didn't fucking steal shit. We didn't shoplift. Okay, we did steal the tent, but that was after he, tied Sean up and, bashed his face in and then, tried to attack Daniel. Jesus. Well, yeah, the sheer, bias of the narrative here is, really striking. Because they're just taking him at his word. Stamper told the police that the brothers attacked him before escaping into the woods. Yeah, I was scared. You know how crazy kids can be these days. Christ. It's yeah, I mean, he could have lived, but I assume he died if the cabin is out of use for a long time. Yeah, I kind of assume that, yeah. And his kids probably grew up, because if Maggie, Valley Girl, was writing that postcard in 2000 and she was, staying with someone else, it seemed like maybe she was a teenager or, in her early 20s or something, then, they're, her and her brother are probably, older adults now. But I do wonder about just, leaving this place here, untouched, seems kind of a waste, but I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say, the thing about the sheer bias of media, particularly Western media, just taking these fucking racists at their word and reporting this narrative, this biased narrative. I'm not sure how to say this, but it reminds me of a lot of the reporting on Palestine and Israel, and it reminds me of Western media just taking shit, like, for granted, and, like, taking, like, completely just, like, taking Israel at its word, and, like, printing all of this, like, crazy shit, like, the whole thing about, like, the lie about, like, Hamas beheading babies that everyone immediately believed, because it reinforced their racist biases and ideas that they already had. And then, like, it turned out to be a lie. And, like, no one ever really apologized for that. And then, like, you find out that, like, Palestinian children and babies are actually being, like, cut into pieces. Like, and it's like, no, it's like almost no one gives a shit. Like, where's the Western media, like, reporting on that? And then, like, the rape allegations of, the rape allegations against Hamas of Israeli women or whatever, that, like, everyone immediately bought into, and Western, like, media and journalism ran with. And then, like, those were unfounded and unproved, and there was no evidence of any of that. But what there was fucking evidence of is IOF soldiers, like, assaulting, like, female IOF soldiers, like, their supposed, like, fellow, like, comrades or whatever the fuck, and also assaulting Palestinians, Palestinian prisoners, and what I don't think a single Western, maybe, like, one Western media publication has published that story about, like, about Palestinian men being sexually assaulted in prison by IOF soldiers. Like, just, it's like everyone just, like, it's like the entirety of Western media just, like, completely, like, steamrolled past that. And it's like, you see that just, like, clear bias of, like, who they think matters and who doesn't, and what they think is, like, what they think truth is, like, based on their, like, preconceived, like, notions, and, yeah, like, preconceived racist ideas. Like you said, like, oh, and both that and the rape allegations play into racist tropes about men of color. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I think the thing is, as well, is that even if it were true, which isn't, how would that justify what Israel is doing? Yeah, absolutely, that's the thing. Like, it doesn't. Like, there isn't a single thing that justifies genocide, even if it were true. Like, there isn't a single thing that could justify the stuff that Israel's done.
How can I feel bad for him?
And then there's this, which is also something I wanted to talk about. I think I brought this up in the Game Assist, the live chat. The difference in the bias of the reporting, like, as opposed to describing Esteban, they don't even name Esteban as one thing. They don't even call him by name. They mention the Diaz family once, but they don't call Esteban by name, and they describe it as Officer Kindred Matthews was killed in a mysterious and controversial Seattle incident that left 2 dead. First of all, like I said, Esteban isn't even named or, like, individually mentioned, and he is left dead as opposed to Officer Matthews, who was killed. It 1000% reminds me of, like, the way the media, particularly Western media, has been reporting on Palestine and Palestinian victims, like, describing them as, like, dying as opposed to being killed. I think one of the most egregious, and, like, you also see a lot of, like, oh, man in Gaza, or, like, whoever dies in blah 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 situation, and it's like, how did he die? How did this happen? Or like, it's just like, it's all, there's no mention of the fact that Israel's the one who did it. Israel's the one's who was responsible. And and it's, like, all about, like, passive language. Even when sometimes they do use active language of, like, killed, or, like, or like they'll say like dies in attack or bombing or whatever. They never mention like who's responsible for the bombing, who attacked them, like who was responsible. Like, are we actually going to name a perpetrator here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm kind of all over the place right now, but like, and I'm kind of tired, so I don't know how, if this is like as like, I don't know if this is making as much sense as it could, but it's like a clear bias in reporting, and that's what this reminds me of. Family recalls gentle officer killed in Seattle shooting. Ashley Matthews, sister of Officer Kindred Matthews, killed in a mysterious and controversial Seattle incident that left 2 dead, has released a statement regarding the threat she received in online credits of the officer. And here we go. My brother was a kind man. He was in the force for only 6 months and shouldn't have been alone that day. My heart is with the Diaz family and all the victims of that terrible accident, including us. Yeah, and that's the other thing, painting everyone as victims, painting themselves as victims, and painting Officer Matthews as a victim. The police department needs better funding, so no officer goes on patrol alone if their partner is sick or unavailable. Like, that's gonna make a fucking difference. The police kill people all the time with backup in groups. So, like, the idea that, like, the police department just needs better funding so no officer goes on patrol alone without their partner, like, that doesn't mean jack shit. That's not gonna make a difference. Kindred dedicated his life to helping others, especially children in at-risk homes, and he always volunteered his time for charity, and like centering the humanity of the officer, talking about how great he is, how nice he is, how he helped at-risk children, he volunteered his time for charity. It's easy for people to judge and attack behind a keyboard, but just as we mourn for others, we mourn for the loss of a brave public servant. Not gonna lie, Don't Nod kind of popped off with that one.
Time to get warm.
Like, the way the reporting is represented is so spot on. The parallels here with journalism about Palestine are stark. Yeah, absolutely. There is also the fact that Hind Rajab was 6 years old and referred to as a woman. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I think there was also another incident of a toddler. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a Palestinian toddler who was shot by the IOF in an ambulance. And the Western media reported it as, first of all, I think they called her a woman, and second of all, I think they phrased it as like, bullet finds its way into ambulance and strikes victim or something like that. Like, they described the bullet as like if it was actively moving itself, as if it has a life of its own, as if it was the one that did the thing, you know what I mean? And it's like, what? No, like, that's not how that works. Someone had to have fired the gun. Like, are we, like, it's so beyond ridiculous. Well, not a sentient bullet. Yeah, literally. Like, it's almost funny, but it's so horrific.
Hank. Dickhead.
I don't know what he was saying about Daniel just then, but I heard dickhead. And I was like, oh yeah. Sibling shit.
Let's go, bro. We're freezing in here. This house is cool, but it doesn't help with Daniel's health. Here we go.
Hold on, Mushroom. We're gonna build a fire.
Also, I forgot to read. No. The police department needs to be defunded and abolished. Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
starving.
We're so lucky this thing is still working. Wouldn't have lasted long without E. Guess it's time to start cooking. Yum.
Too bad I can't make a pizza fly to us.
I mean,
I
you
could
probably
start Daniel's
could.
delivery service.
If you
Just help out my
if you can like
insurance.
see what
Kinda
you're
weird.
moving, then
Tough choice. Better talk to Daniel after dinner.
Hey, what are you cooking?
Oh, I'm sorry. Here's your menu choices. Ravioli or ravioli?
Okay.
and like continuing with
Never doing
parallels, extremely limited
Dude,
food resources.
You'll be moving cars around in no time if you keep improving like that.
You really think so?
Well,
yeah, because it's gonna
that'd be a
happen in the
bad
final
idea, but-
episode.
You sure are getting good at this.
I wonder if there's anyone else like me.
I think we'd know it by now. He looks so serious on this picture.
I still can't believe he's gone. I
know,
miss him
I'm
so
sorry,
much, it
baby.
hurts, Sean.
I know, Daniel. It's okay to think about him. I do it too.
Okay.
I was talking about this earlier,
Thanks,
like
Sean.
Daniel's powers. I understand Sean like being cautious and worried and like not wanting Daniel in danger. And I think like making sure no one sees him like using his powers in
Daniel
public
needs to eat
is
something
important.
after all that
But
psychic crap.
it's a fundamental part of him, and like trying to reinforce all of this like fear and shame around his powers,
You're the
I think
best
is
puppy
probably
in the
not the
world.
best idea.
I'm just glad we found you.
And like when he says, I wonder if there's anyone else like me, like no, I can't say words, but like I feel like it's connected to that, like that desire for like someone who like understands what it feels like and like what he has. This thing that like no one else can really understand, and like that's isolating.
Nah, it's not ready yet. I'm a ravioli expert now.
Also, not like beyond the whole like you get bored as shit, like eating the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It's just not good to have like very limited nutrition in the sense of like you're only eating one thing. It's not good for you. If you go without like, I mean, are there vegetables in ravioli? I'm not sure. I don't think
Maybe
I've
I can
had
draw a
ravioli
quick
in a
sketch
while.
outside while the food is heating.
But like not having a certain amount of like fruits and vegetables and shit is not good for you. Depends on the filling, but not really. Definitely not enough, yeah. But if it's either that or starve, like you really can't be picky.
Time to take the pen, dude. Okay, got it.
Pretty good. But I can add more details if I want. I've looked enough. Time to draw now.
I actually really like this drawing simulator thing.
Cool.
I know, like,
I think I'm ready to draw
when the game
this.
first came out, it was, like, kind of hard to make it work, I think.
I didn't memorize what I'm drawing. I need to take a look.
That's so nice.
Come on, girl. Let's get back in.
Okay. It's ready.
Okay, dinner's ready.
Getting sick of ravioli.
That was spaghetti alla Diaz. Didn't you taste the famous truffle sauce?
Yep. Plus, I love the garlic bread. And ice cream.
Baby.
Ooh, you want some too, huh, Mushroom?
Bon appetit, Mushroom.
Man, she loves this stuff.
I mean, it's not like she could eat anything else. They don't have dog food or anything. So they might as well feed her ravioli.
Sorry, I'm cool.
Hold on. I need to show you something.
Okay.
Gotta show him the
The way
map.
Claire ends up straight up
think I
blaming
left it with
Sean
the
for
books.
Daniel's cough later on drives me up the fucking wall. Like, first of all, we didn't have any medical supplies. Second of all, why not blame the people who, like, made them homeless and, like, caused them to need to, like, go on the run in the first place?
Nothing here. Daniel,
Where's the map?
what did you do with the map?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Where's the map that was with my stuff?
Oh, this map. It's in my tent. Sorry, Sean.
Shroom, I can't get mad at you. Stop being so damn cute.
Literally me with my cat.
Okay, come on, doggy. Let's go, girl. Hey, man, can you call your dog? I don't exist.
Mushroom, come here, girl.
Favoritism.
What a great team.
Claire is literally my mortal enemy.
I could do a super cool manga about Daniel.
Yeah, literally same. My ongoing list of, like, characters in Life is Strange that, like, I would fight if I could.
Time to play that
James and Jefferson, and I think Claire is also on that list.
dog. No way I'm touching that. Man, I miss listening to music so fucking much.
Yeah, I would too. It's one of my main ways
Daniel
I stay
loves his
sane.
brand new tablet.
If I couldn't play music, I honestly don't know what I'd do.
Sean, there's someone at the door.
What the? When did he show up?
I don't know. I just saw him now.
Daniel's playing a prank.
Sean.
Daniel?
Got you.
Yeah. Okay. Good job.
Probably shouldn't be encouraging him, but I just can't get mad at him.
Okay. I think it's time for us to hit the road. You're not getting better. We're almost out of supplies.
No. I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Just
Literally
a cough.
starts coughing.
Yeah, a bad cough that won't go away. Trust me, Daniel. You
Wild
need some
how
medicine.
when you don't have proper medical
Look,
supplies and also
here.
access to
Beaver
proper
Creek?
food and clean water,
What's
your
that?
immune system
That's
immediately
where
just
Karen's parents,
gives up on you.
our grandparents live.
Okay. So what?
So we can go there and they'll probably help us.
Why do you always force us to run, Sean? What if they don't like me?
We have no other options.
Don't think that way. It's not like we have tons of options.
Okay. I'm just scared they're gonna think I'm a freak or something.
Man, they're gonna love you. Grandpa's super cool and
Debatable.
I'm sure you guys will be best buds.
Well, okay. But Mushroom has to agree too. She's part of the team. What do you say, girl? Okay, when?
Tomorrow. The sooner the better. We have a long road ahead.
My immune
We should do
system is
something
also
fun
my
for
mortal
our last
enemy, so I
night
think
here.
sickness would be
How
like
about a
my
game of
biggest
dice?
threat if I were in their situation.
If
Yeah.
I win, I get to draw on your backpack.
You know I'm gonna win and draw a dick on your bag, right?
I don't think so, pussy.
God.
Party time. Okay, ready to lose, Captain?
What's your butt, matey?
Alright.
Here we go. Just need a 6, a 5, and a 4. Come on. I need a ship.
Too bad.
Okay. Give me a 6. Still incomplete? Jeez.
Sounds like a no score.
This is my last chance. Don't fail me. Yes! Full ship and cargo. What are you gonna do?
You just lucked out.
High score. Here you go, cargo.
Alright.
How are you gonna beat that? Good luck beating that, matey.
Don't worry about that.
I think this is pretty random because,
Alright, your turn.
when I play this, I usually end up getting, very low scores, and Daniel ends up beating me.
What? Come on. 6, please.
I think part of it is also that, eventually he
Gotta
starts
shit
cheating.
Come on, give me something. Anything. Why don't I get a full ship? Come on.
My turn now. Be ready to lose. Sheesh. Okay. Give me a 6. Still incomplete? Jeez.
Sounds like a no score. I wonder what we would have done if we didn't find these dice.
I don't know. Probably read all these books.
Boring.
Reading.
You remember that time I beat Dad at chess?
You mean we beat Dad?
Yeah, you did help me distract
That's
him.
pretty impressive, actually.
I bet he would have liked this game.
Definitely. He was a great pirate. Just like us.
Captain Diaz, King of the Seas.
I'm not great at games where you have to plan ahead in any
Okay,
way
that will
or
do.
strategize. It's also why I don't do great at Monopoly. It's like the biggest threat to my ADHD.
Pretty good. Do you think Grandma and Grandpa will have a console?
I don't think so, dude. Sorry.
No biggie. I like playing dice and stuff too.
Whoa. Daniel the big nerd. Getting sick of screens.
No way. It's nice for a change. But I still want my playbox.
Yeah. I bet.
Did you just change it?
I hope Noah's keeping our
You kidding
Minecraft
me?
fortress alive.
I
For
can
when I
see
come
the
back.
dice rolling, dude.
What did I do? You're just finding excuses.
Stop cheating, man.
You straight up
You
moved the
gotta
dice.
be better than this. Especially now.
Whatever.
Okay.
Come on, 5. Still incomplete? Jeez.
Sounds like a no score. Mushroom's growing up so fast.
Really? I don't see much difference.
Well, she's still a tiny dot, but I can tell she's getting older and smarter. You're a smart girl, right?
No boy. Just keep
She's
getting
so
zeros.
I love her forever.
I don't want to think about it.
Ooh, you see this? Perfect throw.
Yeah. Good job.
And I win. Do you know what it means?
Yeah, okay. You won it. Here's my bag.
Let's see. Here, what do you think?
Is that mushroom?
Yes! I know I'm not as good as
Aw.
you, but
Nah, it's really cool, dude. Thanks.
so let's do another one?
It's getting late.
It's bedtime.
I'm streaming, so
Gotta
like
get up early.
I'm gonna finish my comic book.
I'm not gonna keep doing this.
She has to pee.
Okay. I'll take her out for a walk.
You're going to smoke. Smells like ass.
You're right. Don't smoke.
Do as I say,
But-
not as I do.
It's our last night, so we can do anything. All right. I heard
I
you
don't
the first time, dude.
Blame him at all for like smoking in this situation because obviously he's stressed out as fuck. But I get why it's like frustrating / confusing for Daniel when Sean like smokes and drinks and then he's like, you can't. Like you see that in episode 3 too. Oh my boy. I love this scene, actually. I really love it. There's no dialogue. I love, like, Sean on his own, like, processing everything. And, like, you can see it in his eyes, like, you know? And then when he tries to see if he has powers and it doesn't work, and he has this look on his face, like, what are you doing? That was stupid. Because I think part of him is kind of jealous of Daniel. Or maybe it's also because he feels like if he had powers, then he would have more control. He would have more power in, like, I can't think of the right word, but, like, more control. More power over the situation. And, like, it would make him less anxious about the situation with Daniel. Me too. This scene is perfect. Yeah, I love it so much. I love it so much. This is the thing. Children and people generally, but children just soak up a lot of info so fast and learn more from what you do than what you say. And it's so difficult to process the contradictions. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was joking about do as I say, not as I do, but it's such a bullshit thing to say, because, like, kids notice your behavior.
Hey, Daniel? How are you doing?
It sucks.
I'm coming.
Okay. I'm not sure what's out. I can't put it off. Daniel's gonna let her out eventually, even if I don't, so. Oof. Hang on. Let's look at our stuff. Old games are pretty cool, and they never run out of batteries, so true. That's all the food we have left for the road to Beaver Creek. Clearly it won't be enough, yeah. Spoons. Pocket knife. The blade needs sharpening, but it's still a useful tool. Found it in one of the bedrooms. I finally have time to read now. Night in the forest. Blanket. Ew. Jeez, I don't know why Daniel keeps collecting these. That's funny. This tarp will keep us dry if it starts raining or snowing when we're on the road. Yeah, that's useful. I used to watch this show when I was a kid. Blockman comic, ravioli. Okay, let's go back through, Missy, Dad. Fucking road. Go back? No, we gotta keep going. Hello, real world. Almost broke, but we needed those supplies. Now to check how lost we are. Weirdo, but cool. Nosy bitch. Holy shit. Crazy racist played sheriff and trapped us in the shithole. Daniel saved my ass. Kid is brave AF. What the fuck happened after? Earthquake? Bumped into Weirdo while running away. He saved us. He's awesome. Well, I would say he did a nice thing, but, like, it's, like, just the decent thing to do in that situation. Also, I think it's interesting how he phrases it. Sean phrases it as playing sheriff. Like, it reminds me of the fact that he casts both Hank in the gas station and also the police as hunters. Like, he classifies them all in the same way. Like, something, the racist violence of the police is the same as the racist violence of random assholes. Where are we? Brody got us a room. He is a boss. He even left us some cash. Sure hope we meet again one day. Chilling a bit, been ages. Real beds, almost too comfy to be true. Oh, the seals, because it was the Three Seals Motel. It's cute. Miss you so much. Maybe you could come back. That's Lila's number. I had to call Lila one last time. I missed her laughing. Hope she won't get in trouble. No phone. Went out for a midnight swim. Safer that way. Off the radar. What the actual fuck? What's happening to Daniel? What is he? When did that start? Something in Seattle? Fuck. What will I do? On the road again. Gotta find ourselves a hideout. Then Puerto Lobos. Need money and supplies before we head to Puerto Lobos. We'll hide somewhere till we find out what the fuck is up with Daniel. No fucking idea how we'll handle this. Tired. Try to sleep now. Pour him here. Where? We're getting off next station, wherever it is. Charity thrift store in some town of southeast of Albany. Is that what that says? I found layers for me and Daniel and me. Harry was cool. Slept in someone's backyard shed. 1 out of 5. Would not recommend. It itches the sock walk. Sleeping in shelter. Fake names. They didn't seem to give a fuck. No one seems to give a fuck here. They even let mushroom in invisible. I think Sarah, you and Charlotte mentioned this in your stream of this game, but being houseless and like the focus on like the word invisible, because nobody sees you, nobody pays any attention to you. When you're homeless, it's just like you don't even exist. Like, I see that kind of behavior a lot, like both like downtown in the big city and also like sometimes closer to where I live. Like, people just like completely like walking, like pretending that like someone like sleeping on the street or like sitting on the street like asking for money like doesn't even exist, and like just completely avoiding eye contact. Leaving town. I'm not gonna say that word. At the shelter, almost snatched our stuff last night. Daniel freaked out and lights flickered. Can't risk another incident. Heading out for the forest again. Too dangerous to have him around people for now. I'm so tired. Hitchhiked along Highway 20. Geologist on her way to Mount Jefferson picked us up. Oh Lord, Mount Jefferson. Not big on talking. Told her we were on a survivalist trip. LMAO. Most accurate lie I've ever told. OMG, we found a house. A real fucking house. Looks like an abandoned cabin. No one has been here for years. Was just waiting here for us. Hansel and Gretel style. Nice palace. Settled in. Had to leave Daniel to look for food. He hates me. I hate myself for leaving him alone. Hope I don't get lost. Nearest town is 15 miles away. Across the forest, no way I can commute there every day. Managed to steal canned food from a couple stores, found the rest in the garbage. Getting good at this, but not proud. Minutes, noodles, tomato soup, crackers, ravioli, applesauce, bananas, potatoes. Okay, so they used to have other stuff and then they ran out. It's just the ravioli they have left. Found my way back. Daniel okay, but he broke some stuff around the house trying to use his powers. We'll try to help him control it. Practice starts tomorrow. Focus it. Ship, captain, crew. No crew without a captain. No captain without a ship. That's the rules of the game. When ship, the captain, and the crew are complete, only then can you use the last dice to score some loot. Player will with highest loot wins. Over 20 wins the game. Ahoy. He did it. Back to town today. Walk slower with the snow. Scavenged trash. Found tons of good stuff. How can people waste so much food? Yeah, for real. Trash panda persona. Daniel's sick, tired, and coughing. We'll go easy on the outside training until he feels better. Might need to go back in town soon for some medicine. BC equals 30-mile walk in snow. How can this kid win every time but the dice game? Cheating? Huge progress today. Stopped a snowball in motion, heavy rock. Daniel getting worse, no fever yet, but no food left. Leaving tomorrow for Beaver Creek. That's it. Yeah, we're in Oregon now. So, it looks like based on the little red line that Arcadia Bay is on the edge of Oregon. Like, and there's Eugene down there, there's Salem up there, so one assumes Arcadia Bay is like, you can't see where I'm pointing, sorry, like, kind of on the edge to the left, like somewhere in the middle. I think I, like, picked one of the small towns, like, sort of on the edge next to the water, and, like, used that for Max and Chloe's birth charts. Maybe I'll just put this on here. Oh, it's the pre-order content. All the Chloe stuff. Okay, I gotta put the overlay back. Makes sense. Is a coastal town, yeah. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm helping Daniel pack.
So, what's going on?
It doesn't fit in. There's too much stuff. It's fucking bullshit.
Okay, I think we gotta stop him from swearing, cause... Not that I give a shit what Claire and Steven think, but... No, but he swears all the time, so, like, once again we have this issue with hypocrisy. Like, Sean swears, so, like, if we stop Daniel from swearing, then, like...
Hey, cool down. It's gonna be okay.
I know. But...
What did you pack in? What the Dude, you can't fit the whole room in.
This is literally me packing for trips.
Your super strong big brother can help.
I feel like the answer to this is to tell him time and place. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, that's not,
Thanks,
that's
Sean.
not an option.
Looks like we're almost set.
Like, don't punish
Where's
him for
Mushroom?
swearing, but, like, make him aware that there is a time and place for that
Cleaning,
language.
I guess.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
check what she's up to.
Okay, I'll fill up our bottles and I'll catch up with you guys.
Okay, bottles. Refill canteens. They're really lucky they have clean water. I'm just thinking about, like, the stuff that I've been seeing from Palestine lately, like, on my Instagram feed, like, Bisan, for example, was talking about infections and, like, I don't even know what to call them, like, various skin things. Like, rashes and shit. And, like, acne or whatever, because, like, when you don't have, like, clean access to clean water, obviously, you're gonna start getting, like, infections and, like, shit's gonna start happening to your skin. And, yeah, like, some of it's just, like, really brutal. It's really bad. Skin diseases and infections, yeah, or skin conditions. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why my brain, like, wasn't working for a second there.
Time to fit these scant. Okay, all done. Where the hell is he?
Oh, here we go.
Daniel! Daniel! Hey, you out here? Daniel! Where is he?
Sean's immediate panic is like sad. Like when he starts.
We have a 2-day walk ahead of us. Better get going.
Like when his voice starts like wavering and like getting all panicked, it's just like, where's my baby? Okay, where are we? No.
What are they doing?
Oh, Christ.
We have to leave. What the fuck happened here? That's not good.
Okay. Here we go.
Daniel? Where are you? Daniel?
Oh boy.
Oh shit. Daniel! Do not move.
It killed her! She was my friend!
Calm down, okay? Listen.
Leave me alone!
Yeah, okay, with this decision, I've done both before. Because, like, I think when I first played this, I didn't intervene because I was worried that, like, if I stopped Daniel and, like, made him, like, put the cat down, then the cat would just attack us because the cat's been threatened. So we've gotten this far, we might have to just kill the cougar. I think that was my line of thinking. And then, like, I was just kind of experimenting back and forth because, like, yeah, like, morally, it's probably a bad idea to let him kill the cat, right? But, like, because, like, the cat's just doing what wild animals do, hunting and feeding, and, like, it's just hungry. Like, it's not actively trying to be malicious, and, like, this decision obviously isn't necessarily the same as some of the others because it doesn't have the same context and the same implications. And it's not, like, political in the same way, I would argue. But I think, like, teaching Daniel that we shouldn't, like, murder animals unless it's, like, in an act of self-defense is probably the best bet in this situation. So yeah, I'm gonna step forward.
Go away! Go!
The fact that that works, though.
No! Mushroom! Why?
The fact that that works is still
Daniel.
unbelievable to me personally.
I'm so sorry. It just wouldn't have changed anything to kill it.
Yeah, true. And
right
like the
here.
other thing is like they don't get to
It's all
they don't get to bury Mushroom if you don't kill the cat, which is another downside, but I think ultimately like it's not worth it. Thinking about it, I do think it's political, as everything is. Yeah, actually, you're right. That's fair. I shouldn't say it's not political because I constantly say everything is political. I think I wasn't really thinking about it. But you're right. From an animal liberation perspective, it can make you think about how people exploit, punish, or take things out on, or abuse animals for their behavior when we have power over them. Yeah, absolutely. And like, punishing
Here.
the cat in that situation,
You should do it.
it wouldn't be right, because like it's not its fault. Like, animals are just gonna hunt and kill because they need to feed, they need to eat. Sorry, I'm in
That's
like
it.
vampire mindset mode right now. That's why I said feed. Eat, like, because that's just nature, and like it's cruel, but it's like upsetting, but it's the way it is. And yeah, and I think he should know that it's not right. Yeah. No, don't worry. I'm only thinking about this now as well in those terms. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't really something that I think, thought of before, but yeah, you're right.
Bullshit! We can't even bury her.
Well, unless you want to say something.
Goodbye, Mushroom. You were such a good puppy. I'll always remember. Running through the snow with you. And how you snuggled. And I'll never forget you. Never.
Thank you, Mushroom, for looking after us in these woods. You won't be forgotten.
Sean, do you think she's up in heaven? With Dad?
Yeah, this is another decision that I struggle with because I wish there was an I honestly don't know option, because I honestly don't know. Like, who am I to say? I can't definitively say yay or nay. Like, for me personally, like, I don't have any strong feelings about it one way or the other. I guess some people would call that agnostic as opposed to atheist, when you're just kind of like, I don't know if there's a God or not, and I don't have any strong feelings about it one way or the other. Like, I think that's technically what that's defined as, but I usually just say atheist because, like, I don't care. Like, it's one of those it's probably the only situation where I'm not super fussed about labels. Like, the only situation where I'm like, it doesn't really matter. I feel guilty. It's interesting. I do feel guilty saying no to him in this situation because I worry that I don't want to break his heart in this moment. But that's probably not fair, just to say yes, just to, like, appease him or, like, try and avoid hurting his feelings. Like, I guess, like, I kind of see it as, like, telling a kid that, I don't know. Atheism is like, I do not believe in God, etc. Agnosticism, I don't know why that's so hard for me to say, is more like being ambivalent, not knowing or being open to believing. Atheism is the hard no, and people tend to be firm in their conviction that there is no God or anything like that. Yeah. I think I used to be. I think I used to be more convicted about it. And now I'm just kind of like, I don't have, I don't know. Like, I don't have strong feelings about it. I think I used to have strong feelings about it kind of coming from a place of spite because I was angry about the way like certain people sometimes would use religion against me and people like me, like to be homophobic or bigoted. And I just felt like what I had seen of organized religion was just like, it was something that like I only had negative feelings about, so that kind of was driving my feelings about it and my like conviction in being like a hardcore atheist. But the past few years, as I've like interacted with and met different types of people and learned more just about like different religions and ways of being religious, I've kind of become more ambivalent about it. In this moment right now, I'm gonna say yeah, sure.
Yeah. I'm sure he will look after her.
I'm pretty sure
Wait.
like some religious people,
about
I
his
think
allergies?
like evangelicals
Don't worry,
believe
man.
that animals don't go to heaven,
There's no
which is so
allergies up
wild
there.
to me. Like
They'll be fine together.
that's such a wild thing to believe. Like, because apparently animals don't have
Okay.
souls. Like, what?
We should
No?
go. It's getting late.
Okay. Wish we didn't have to go. I like having a house again.
Maybe.
Come on. Let's hit the road.
What about my traps? Should we leave them up?
They'll protect the next runaways that stay here.
I put both you in charge of the house, Mushroom.
So long, my dudes.
That's so beautiful. Look at that. The snowy landscapes in this episode are just so breathtaking. Hang on, where are we? Sorry, whoa, so much is happening all at once. Oh my god. Okay, I think I'm gonna deal with the raid first. Hi, Ghosty Raid. Hi. Hey, Daz. Hey, Boop-de-Doop. Hope stream is going well, Faye. It is. Thank you. I'm just playing Life is Strange 2 for, Sean's birthday. Well, Sean's birthday was yesterday. I started it yesterday. But I'm continuing with it. We just, had the, like, sort of makeshift funeral for Mushroom. It was sad, and we were talking about religion. Oh gosh, an emotional moment. Yeah. Where are we? Oh, Bug's here too. Hi. Where are we? Where are we? Oh my god. I think there's also a question of, did he believe that already? Like, did Esteban teach him that, and did Esteban believe it? It's implied that he did, arguably. Yeah, honestly, yeah. It's implied that Esteban was religious. I think, not to generalize, but many Latinos are like Catholic. So I think it's kind of implied that Esteban had those beliefs and may have like passed them on to his sons. So yeah, I guess it does make sense for Sean to say, yeah, like, Mushroom's up in heaven. What the fuck? About, like, evangelicals not believing that animals have souls or go to heaven? Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, what the fuck? Truly. Evangelicals, my enemy. For real. Was just talking about evangelicals again. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's so much to talk about. There's just so much to unpack. He has a pic of Jesus in his garage, right? Does he? I think I might have missed that. But yeah, he might. He might. I'm not sure. I think I mentioned this earlier in the server or on stream the other day, but I've only played the first episode of Life is Strange 2 because I was playing the Switch part. I gotta play the rest. Yeah, I remember that. I remember you said that, yeah. So I don't know if you want to stay because you're probably going to get spoiled, but I highly recommend playing the rest. It's such a brilliant game. It's so much. Oh, I think this is where Red plays. Or is it? It's Red by Mountain something? I'm not sure. Mount something? We just got silence. It's awkward. It's the one that's like. Sorry, no one wants to hear me hum. I feel awkward about the silence. Yeah, walking through snow is if you don't have, especially if you don't have proper shoes, it's like, it's not ideal. It's not it. And we're like, what are they doing? Like, crossing that bridge and like going across that log when like the current is just like streaming across, like, that was extremely risky. They're just casually doing so many dangerous things because they have to. It is awkward, huh? Yeah, this game was meant for music. It absolutely was. Like, I've seen people criticize the fact that, like, this Don't Nod and, like, Deck 9 put so many, like, copyrighted songs in their games, and it's like, listen, it's not their fault that copyright laws are bullshit. And, like, sometimes the use of music that already exists is meaningful and good, and it works really well. Like, this game, when you experience it with all the songs the way you're supposed to, like all the Life is Strange games, it's so good. Yeah. Sean carrying Daniel on his shoulders is so cute. My dad used to do that with me when I was a kid. I remember, like, going to, like, events or, like, festivals sometimes and, like, being on his shoulders. I have this very strong memory of, like, being on his shoulders and we were, like, it was, like, evening or something. It was starting to get dark. And we were at, like, an event of some kind, I'm not entirely sure what. It was pretty busy. But I saw a quarter on the ground, and I was, like, really little, so a quarter was, like, a gold mine for me, and I started freaking out. I was like, look, Dad, look, like, there's a quarter on the ground, you gotta pick it up, and he, like, wouldn't, and I was, like, I started, like, aggressively, like, banging my hand on his shoulder, like, pick up the quarter, and eventually he got me the quarter, because I am a brat sometimes, or I was, but I was very happy.
We made it, Daniel. It's been a long time since I was here.
When was that?
Oh, here we
Before
go.
you were born.
So much of this section is, like, it's hard to describe. It's, like, a very particular kind of tension and stress that feels...
Let me check you out. Claire likes everything super clean. Dad said she got
hard to
pissed because he
describe.
let me bring a snowball in the house. We don't want to look like total pigs.
Oh yes, my grandparents are insane and also racist stress. Well, yes, that's probably what the name of what that is. Yeah. It's the racism stress.
What if they went on vacation? Or something.
We'll figure out something.
I'm sorry, we don't want any of...
Hello, Claire.
Sean? Oh my. Is that Daniel?
What's going on out here? I heard...
Look who's here! After all this time.
What the hell are you doing here?
Stephen, watch your mouth.
That's
Well,
a fine way to greet your grandchildren after many
it's
years
kind
of
of a
being
long story.
separated.
Oh, you poor thing. You know he's sick, right?
Wow,
Yeah,
I hadn't
but-
noticed,
Okay,
Claire. You know,
inside.
it really escaped my notice,
Both
all the
of
coughing.
you.
I just hadn't realized.